Good morning, interwebs. It's 11 o'clock on Tuesday, and we have just finished the library, which was incredibly empty and quiet and wonderful. Why are libraries not quiet anymore? Does anybody else have this experience? They are not quiet spaces, but they were. And even once the kids all got out of story time, they were all really chill today, which was awesome. So now we're at the thrift store just because we're here, and so they might have something we need that we can't live without. So we're gonna go and check that out. So it is 10:45, and I recognize it's very, very dark. Ooh, it's crazy dark in here, but I thought I would show you what I got today at the thrift store. I got this piece of furniture, which I'll take out of the car tomorrow and show you better, but it's like a shelf unit that it has a back on it though. So I'm going to use it for my craft shows this summer because I needed something that wouldn't blow over, that I couldn't have the wind blow through from the back because that pops the dolls off, and everything else I have has open backing to it, so I think this will help. It's also going to be heavy enough that it'll stay put. We also bought a tricycle, actually not a tricycle, a tiny bike for my son. This was $3. The shelf was $7. So that's that. I will go inside and talk to you where you can see me better. So yes, we went to thrift store, got those things. We went to Walmart. We didn't get much at Walmart. I got a new cone of cotton in like that turquoisey, I don't know, it's the trendy teal that everybody uses for everything. I don't use it for much, but I'm going to make an apron out of it because it was like the only solid non-white color that our Walmart had. And then did we get anything else interesting? Well, oh, we got some clearance bread. I think that's it. And then we went and got some half-price cheeseburgers at Sonic. So those were good for lunch. And we had lots of family fun money because we've been not going out to eat or like using that money for anything. So when I went to pay for stuff at Walmart, I was like, I guess we could go and get half-price cheeseburgers. So we did that. Came home, watched some Top Chef. And then I took a nap while the kids napped and Steve went to bed. Then I woke up this evening. And this morning I was cognizant of the fact it was Tuesday. Because, you know, I went to the library. And I also remembered that I had a board meeting tonight for the board I'm on at 7:30, which is a ridiculously late time in my world. And actually in the world of most of the hills, so I don't know why it was scheduled that late. But I woke up from my nap, and sometime around then, I forgot what day it was, or that I had a meeting of any sort. And nobody called or texted me, and I was in the shower at like 9:30, and I went, I missed my meeting tonight. So, that happened. Which is kind of bad, but my guess is that nothing got accomplished like the last, like, every meeting I go to. So I'm just going to assume that's what happened. And maybe they did accomplish things because I wasn't there. That would be fine too. But I feel really, really dumb that I forgot what day it was and that I had a meeting. And then we read some stuff. We started a new read aloud for bedtime. We were reading another Andrew Clements book. We were going to read a different book, and we started reading it last night before, and I was just a couple pages into it, and I just was not feeling it, and I'd really enjoyed reading the Landry News, and the kids are really into it, and I had a book for us to read for school called Frindle, which was by the same author, so I decided we would do that right away, while the kids were kind of on that train of thinking. So we're going to read Frindle, and Jezebel's going to walk in the frame. Move, Jezebel, that hurts. So yeah, we read Frindle, and the first chapter was lackluster. Probably one of the most lackluster chapters I've read out of any of this author's books, but maybe that means it's all going somewhere good from there. As far as books, I finished Looking for Alaska this morning by John Green, and I've checked out The Fault in Our Stars. I was going to read the John Green books in order. I mean, they're not like a series. They're just the order that he wrote them, because I think it's interesting to see like an author's progression over time. But I've been watching the back videos of the Vlogbrothers, and he read aloud chapters 1 and 2 of The Fault in Our Stars. So now I want to know what happens. So I already started reading chapter 3 at the library, and so far seems like a good book. I've heard really good things about the book and the movie, so I'm looking forward to reading it. I was a little concerned with how I was going to handle the content, because for those of you that don't know, it's a story about, like, young cancer patients, and ultimately, I believe there is death involved, as there is in all books about young cancer patients. So I've actually read the Wikipedia, like, plot outline so that I kind of know what's going to happen, mostly to decide whether or not I thought I could handle it. And I read it and I thought, I'll be good. So, especially knowing what's going to happen, good. And other than that, it's just been a very, like, spinny, I don't know, anxious day. Thankfully, I'm going to go have acupuncture again tomorrow. I felt a lot better immediately after having it last week. Like, I felt calmer, I felt like I could breathe better. And then, like, the last 2 or 3 days, it's just been getting worse and worse and worse. Like, dramatically worse and worse. So I'm hopeful that that'll be better. So I'm going to go and work on, I'm going to make a hat for my son. We looked at Walmart. He needs a new summer hat. We like to wear, like, floppy hats with chin straps because it's windy in Kansas. And if your hat does not have a chin strap, it blows off your head. Like, I don't know, 9 days out of 10. So chin straps are important. It's really hard to find kids' hats with chin straps. And actually most of the other 2 kids' hats, I've actually made chin straps and, like, attached them because they did not come with them. Because after a certain age, they assume that you can hold your own hat on. Steve and I have hats with chin straps that were purchased that way. Go to bed, please. Quietly. But we could not find one today, and we've outgrown all the hats that we have, so I'm going to try making one. We also, like, we don't wear, like, baseball caps or anything because those do not cover your neck, and around here, we have a good cross-section of farmers, right? People that spend a lot of time for their livelihood out in the sun. Well, those types of people used to wear, like, cowboy hats or large straw hats, things that covered, like, had a brim and covered your neck and your ears. Then they made a switch over a few generations ago to everyone started wearing baseball caps. Well, now there is a large number of elderly and middle-aged men here who are getting melanoma on the tops of their ears and the backs of their necks because they made the switch to wearing ball caps, and now they're all getting skin cancer in those locations. So it is just pointed out to me more and more how important it is to wear hats that actually cover your exposed skin. So that is that. I'm going to go and try making, like, a bucket hat with a chin strap for my son. I had some cotton yarn that I think might work. We'll try it out. If it doesn't work, I will just have to go online and see what I can find. But locally, I was not able to find anything acceptable. Okay, gonna go make a hat. So I am about to go to bed. I spent the evening working on things for my kids. So I did this much of the hat for my son. This is a whole one of those little balls of sugar and cream. So how big is this one? Because, you know, each one of them is like a different size. 2 ounces of sugar and cream, approximately 95 yards. And if you're curious, this colorway is called Capri Ombre, and I really, really like it. Like, this isn't exactly orange, it isn't exactly brown, and it isn't exactly rust. It's like some really nice hybrid of those. But anyways, I started the bucket hat. I'm going to continue it tomorrow. I want to try it on his head before I get too much further, just to make sure it's going to fit right. I think it will because I do have measurements taken of the kids' heads, but, you know, I want to see, like, where his ears are and stuff in real life, because I know, like, the specific measurements closer for things like beanies, but this is going to fit different because it's a bucket hat, not a beanie. So anyways, that I worked on, and then I worked on my daughter's cardigan, which is coming along beautifully. Whoop. Kuma, what's wrong? Anyways, I think did I wiggle? Did I wiggle? He's been laying on the floor, like right up against the wheel of my chair. I think I wiggled. Okay, so I have been working on the cardigan. I was in, like, this section last night. I think I did these, like, 4 rows. And then I divided for sleeves, put that bit in, and then I've been working the body, and I worked the whole body section. I have an increase to work starting tomorrow. So So I think I am in good shape to finish this by the end of the month in a timely enough manner to weave in my ends and take pictures of it so that it is good enough for Jen. It may or may not have buttons at that point, because I don't know if I'm going to put buttons on this one. It might not have buttons when it's done, as I consider it done, and then if she wears it and decides we need buttons, I might add them. But I think it might be buttonless, because I think this one might look cute that way. We'll see what I decide. Anyways, I'm going to clean up my mess here just a skoonch and head to bed. And I will see you all tomorrow. Nighty-night.